Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeOmaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeOmaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeOmaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I was coming into the studio today, and I was really prepared to do something fun and funny, and we're going to get to that in a second. But I will tell you, I am probably 10 minutes away from watching the video of Caitlyn Jenner last night, and it really did blow me out of the water. You guys are looking, and I just saw the degradation a little bit, so should we start again?
No, you look
perfect.
great, and you sound good.
All right, very good. And I just had to say a few things about it. You know, I thought we were done with this. I think this issue to me is so sensitive for a lot of people. And not sensitive in that people get upset about it, just that it's new. And it's brand new. It's brand new to me. I got educated like everybody else back when I watched the Diane Sawyer interview. So it has fallen to a certain degree out of the spotlight. You hear a lot about Caitlyn Jenner, but it's kind of in that tabloidy way that you hear about it. And I wasn't even going to watch the ESPYs. And I confess that I was probably someone like a lot of other Americans that said, oh, enough with Caitlyn Jenner. And then once again, for the second time in about a month, or I don't know when the interview was, how many months ago?
At least a couple months ago, yeah.
A couple of months ago, I was surprised all over again. And I was surprised at one of the most amazing speeches that I've seen anybody give. And it just reminded me that this is not an issue that we should be shying away from, because I think Caitlyn Jenner has accepted her role as a spokesman for the trans community. And I was moved to tears last night. Not last night, just a few seconds ago when I was watching this. I really admire Caitlyn Jenner for doing this, and it just was a beautiful speech about acceptance, and that's kind of where we're all at. And I think that word is a word that we could use internationally as well as domestically, and it just was incredible with a wonderful bio piece that they did with her mother and her family and everybody else, and it was just, I was surprised all over again. But it also reminds me, because I'm just like everybody else, that in order to keep this issue alive, and the issue being people that are trans being bullied, people that are trans being beaten up, people that are trans committing suicide, and people that are trans being murdered. That is something that I think I'm rooting now for Caitlyn Jenner to keep that in our awareness, because we got one thing in this country, and that is short attention span theater.
Right.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and the only thing people seem to want to talk about is, conflict and hate speak, and I'm probably just as guilty as anybody else. So I watched it and just was blown away. I don't know if you guys got a chance to take a peek at that, but it was pretty special.
What
really
I found
was.
as surprising as anything is I remember being surprised when I watched the Diane Sawyer piece a couple months ago, because it was not at all what I expected. And I came away from that thinking, wow, inspirational and brave. And then we led up to the ESPY Awards, which is not really anything that's normally on my radar. I don't think it's a really big award show. It's all right. But
it's a platform. It's a national television platform, I think.
And I thought this is going to be it. And when she gets up there, it's going to perhaps even cheapen it. I hope they don't use it to promote the new reality show. And, I didn't know what to expect. And, there were critics saying that there are people that were more deserving of this award than she was. And I think last night, Caitlyn Jenner shut them up, because once again, she talks about the importance of protecting these people. And God, if it saves one life,
it gets back to me to how hard it really is. And you're reminded how hard it really is. This is the same thing that gay people have dealt with in our society as well. And that's the same thing that speaks to the, you put yourself through that when you are a community that's marginalized. It's really difficult to deal. And I'll tell you something. I was right with everybody. We all were.
Sure.
We all were making the Bruce Jenner jokes. We were all doing that. We've all made transgender jokes in the world of radio. We've done that for years. And the fact is that I think the world of joke reality is still very much alive, and I have no problem making jokes about Caitlyn Jenner or any other group at all when it's the purpose of comedy. But at the same time, my mantra now is acceptance of this community, and it really, really is great that he spotlighted it. And I felt wonderful for his mom.
And
was
it's she. Mike.
It's she. I know, and that's see, we all still make that mistake. But you watched it too, Oscar?
I
you
watched
got a
it
chance
live.
to see
I thought it was great. I said, in my mind, beautiful message, well deserved, and I couldn't help but think that her speaking engagements probably are going to go up to $1 million a piece at this point, because everybody's going to want her to talk to her company.
All right,
right?
now I hear a little.
Everyone has a takeaway, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me talk to the Don Rickles of the Mike O'Mara Show for just a second here.
Right.
So you're thinking when you the comment you made,
the message was great. I'm just saying, if I was on the fence on booking her and how much I was going to spend, she at least. If it was $100,000 a speaking engagement before, when she was, just an Olympian,
right?
It's probably going to be $1 million these days.
That's his takeaway, Rob.
A true hero.
A second chance.
Mike, really, the message that we really must take away from all of this is that anytime there is grand entertainment on television, be it inspirational or comedic, there's something for everybody. Ed Sullivan said this back in 1965. There's going to be something for everybody.
Good. I think it's wonderful. And Oscar and I, by the way, have been having these business meetings, and so I think he's very much got the business side of his brain in high gear, though. But it's nice that when I can be inspired and moved, Oscar's takeaway is that she'll bump her speaking fee up.
If I was her agent and I was stage left and she walked off, I would hug her and say, "You don't even know what you just did."
That's right. But Mike, also to be
that's the way you look at it.
To
I
be
think
totally
that's
fair,
fantastic.
what inspires and moves you is different from what inspires and moves him.
Well,
and
I
what
think
inspires and moves him is a 400% increase in speaker fee.
Yeah, and you know what? And more power to her, as far as I'm concerned, if that's the message. So I'm going to take a hot shower now, and we're going to take a break and come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Start the show.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business. From the entertainment capital of the world.
You're watching WXPD News, New York.
Good morning, I'm Chuck Dawes, filling in for the ailing Jack Burns. Our top story today, a number of Staten Island teens have assembled in front of their high school to sign a virginity pledge. Veteran reporter Herb Welsh is on the scene, who today is celebrating his 61st year at our network. Now tell us, what's happening at the rally?
Here with Michael Fitzgerald.
Hey, how you doing?
You don't look like a Fitzgerald to me. All right, what's this all about?
Well, we just feel that there's too much pressure on teens these days, sex-wise.
And there you have it. Don't believe the hype. Central Park remains unsafe for women after dark. Back to you, Chuck.
No,
what?
Herb, no.
What's that?
Come on.
What happened?
Ask him how many students are involved in taking the pledge.
I don't take orders from mannequins.
Come on, Herb.
I know you're smooth down there.
Ask him if the pledge is affiliated with the school.
Stick a zag nut in its sideburns.
All right. Please just ask the question.
Who started this thing?
Well, a couple of us actually started.
Spill the beans.
Herb, why don't you talk to that organizer?
Why didn't your wife take your last name? Coward.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
We are coming to you live from the Cappy Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. On the air and online worldwide, the Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast. We have the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it, and if you're here, you do too. We are brought to you today by our audiobook. It is tomorrow, the big debut.
Yes, it debuts.
Mañana.
Of our audiobook. You've read it, but you haven't heard it. You clamored for us to do this when the book first came out. And I remember the way I felt about this is with about every third nice thing somebody would say about the book, somebody would also say, I hope they have an audiobook.
Yeah.
And I guess I get it now because we did it. We listened to you and we went ahead and we did an audiobook. But at the time I was like, okay, just enjoy the printed book. But I realized that lots of people love audiobooks. And then when we put it together, we decided to put some more stuff in there.
Yes.
And so it's got a brand new TMOS experience for you. It's unlike anything we've ever done before. We think you're going to love it. It's got archival audio. It's got impressions, genuine voices, all the genuine stories. And we updated where we felt we needed to. If something had gone down that was of significance, we would pop that into the book too.
There was nothing more exciting, Mike. Nothing more exciting for me when we were recording, and you would go, "Oh, footnote." I go, "Ooh, here comes something we don't know yet."
Yeah, footnote, and it's fun, and I think that. It's long in the making because this I expected we would be popping that for you guys somewhere back in February, but because we wanted to wait for this this iTunes thing. Is that what we waited for?
Yes, we're going to be featured on iTunes tomorrow.
Nice. We're going to be featured on iTunes, and I think that's going to be special. So tomorrow is the day. Do we know what time people can order this particular?
I would say by 8 a.m.
By 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes.
All right,
have it for breakfast. It'd be perfect.
It's $6.99, and tomorrow you can grab it on iTunes, or you can go right to MikeO'MaraShow.com. It'll be on our website, and we are looking forward to having you, thousands of you, buy this wonderful little project that we did. Open Mike the audiobook. You're going to love what you hear. And did I miss anything? Did I leave anything out? That's pretty good stuff.
That's good.
Right?
Get ready. It's coming, folks.
All right. Well, how you guys doing?
Good.
How have you been?
How are you?
How have you been?
Pony, I'm going to, as an observer, a little weird energy in the room today. Is it me?
Hair.
Is it? Yeah, just it's just unsettled a little bit, right?
Yeah, not as uncomfortable and scary as yesterday. But definitely.
Do you think it's a result? Is it a result of yesterday? Do you think?
It very well could be.
I'm just tired. I just came in tired today.
I feel great.
Really,
I didn't think anything was wrong.
I felt like I was ready to do a show.
But that's why I asked Pony. That's why I'm not going to ask you two mooks, because I'm going to ask Pony because I felt it all the way up here in Maine, and it's just like I don't know what's going on. It's like I feel like people. What's the deal? Why are you walking on eggshells?
I'm not walking on eggshells.
I don't like to walk
great.
at all. I like to remain seated. I'm seated on eggshells, Mike.
Okay.
It's fine. Everything's good. We had a little bit of internet issue, and that always puts us on edge a little bit.
Yeah,
but
if
everything's
there's
fine.
a squiggle of the screen, we want to make sure it stays steady.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Pony, they're lying, but that's okay.
Well,
I understand. That's fine. So anyway, I know that I have another day. And I have to confront a fear. This is like getting back on the horse because I have agreed that about twice or maybe 3 times a week, I'm going to train my sister in the operation of a vessel. And so
this is
I
an
have
automobile?
No, this is the boat.
The boat. Boat.
He's teaching her how to drive.
And I have to go back and jump on the horse again today. At the conclusion of our little broadcasts that we're doing today. And I say that plural because we will be taping a bonus show today. And it is, it's weird, man. I guess I really freaked myself out because I'm not accustomed to being all that freaked out about anything. And I don't think it's like for example, my greatest fear is fear of flying, right?
Right,
yeah.
Right.
At my age now, I don't freak out about it as much if I don't think about my family. If I'm thinking about my own self-preservation, I'm like, I am at the age now where I already said, oh, fine, run. Yeah, probably I'd be a little young, but not a lot young, So I don't think in those terms. So I don't know why I am. I think what it is a combination of falling and embarrassment combined.
That's
exactly.
I
what
gave
it
it
is.
some thought last night, Mike, and I would like to offer this. And
All right.
Feel free to refute or agree or offer your insight.
All right.
You have been around water quite literally your entire life. Since you were a baby.
And my teens when I wet the bed.
That's right. And of course, Mike, when you tried to build your fantasy city of Atlantis when you were in your 20s, failure again. But you've been going to Maine ever since you were a baby. That's where your family went in the summer. You've always been around this same body of water. And you've always been around boats.
The same harbor.
Exactly. And I think what this is a microcosm examination of the fact that you are growing older. I think you fear the fact that you're growing older. You had trouble.
You mean it's that deep?
I think it might be.
What about letting your sister get the boat instead of you, and then you have to deal with it?
Because
ultimately, that's the plan.
Because she's not ready to do that. Yeah.
But
it's a bit of a process. In fact,
but say
getting
15 years ago. 15
Yes.
years ago,
Yes.
hopping in a dinghy, going out and getting the boat and bringing it back, nothing to it, right?
Yeah, and last year I was okay. I was fatter, a lot fatter than I am this year, and I did it last year without these problems, and now I'm doing it. And I was on the internet looking for ways to do this, and that's how freaked out I am as far as this little bobbing cork, fiberglass piece of dung, puffin bird named piece of crap boat that's in the water, and I just it's in. So I know enough about
them as a sponsor.
Yeah.
I know enough about sports to know. This is like what gets into an athlete's head when, like, for example, a second baseman can't make the easy throw over to first base. That's happened to some of the greatest athletes in baseball. I feel that same way, and I know I'm doing it. First of all, I'm storming down there. I'm hopping into this thing, but I also know.
Don't hop.
Are you saying you're one of the greatest rowers of all time?
No, I'm saying that this is something that used to be automatic for me,
okay.
and now I've had two. I had the one I told you about, and then I had another one the other day.
Can't you use someone else's dinghy?
No, I don't want to do that.
But because I remember down
it's propriety.
There's a lot of them.
You're mistaken. Say you forgot. Say you didn't know.
That's the one. There's one that I really
Claim
want to
senility.
use. There's one that I really want to use, but it's like one of the working boats down there. And
it's a big one?
They'd shoot me with a shotgun.
It's got like 3 benches in it.
It's fantastic. It's seriously fantastic. It's the dinghy. It's old, and it's got like chipped paint all over it.
Sure.
And it's the dinghy. It's the dinghy that I go down. I go down on the dock, and I walk by this thing, and you know what it says to me? It says,
"Hi there. You want to get in me? You want to get in me? Yeah, get in me. Come on, get in me. Get in me."
So it really is something that I look at it, but I can't do that because, God, if I row that out and put that next to my little, the people from away boat, that's what those boats are too. For these guys that really work and make their living up here, we're all a-holes.
Sure.
That's what we are to these people.
And that's
up
what
here,
they call
to be
people
honest
that
with you.
like summer there, right? The people
from away. People
Right.
from away.
Well, you
And-
can fix that by being there more often.
No, you can't. You never fix it. You're always from away.
Could you
You'll
make
always be
friends
from away.
with the
I have
gorgeous
made
fishermen?
I
What
have
if you
made,
went down to
I
the
have
dock
made friends.
with a yellow rain hat?
Yeah, dress the part, just
I
like
have-
Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear is the wrong look.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There is a working lobster fisherman, a lobsterman, who I have a wonderful relationship with, and I would rather talk to him than anybody up here. And I will take half an hour and I will just chew the fat with this guy. And he's younger than me, and he's just a great kid, and I really enjoy hanging out with him. But make no mistake, I think everybody up here, there are people that are cool like he is, and then there are people that look at people like me and say, look at that dink. Look at that dink doing that right now.
Don't you think, and you've talked about this, you have a fear. You're worried about this. Don't you think it must go deeper? Once you figure out you can do this, once you figure out how to do this, you're going to be right as rain.
See, there's the thing, though. You're talking about, and I know people are probably going to get, at this point, I believe, knowing the way I manage this show, we have talked about this too long. But I'm using this now purely as my own psychotherapy, because that's I woke up thinking about it. I went to sleep thinking about it. And I had a lot of other things at play yesterday.
The worst thing
what?
that could
anybody
happen-
listen to the show, we were having a weird day on the show yesterday.
Right.
And I put that away so far away that I woke up this morning, first thing I said, Dinghy. Dinghy, 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 dinghy.
Did everyone think you were pretending to be Mel from the show Alice?
No, I was actually no, Mr. Man. I was thinking about I was researching other types of dinghy that I would get my own, and I wouldn't be sharing it with the family. But I'm sorry, but once again, it's not something that I I can afford to do
It
right
doesn't
now
make
because
sense
they're ridiculously.
either.
It doesn't make sense.
I mean,
It's stupid.
You
George
barely
Zimmer
use that thing. You wouldn't the dollars you would spend to actually put in the water and actually get out to the boat for the time that's left in the season.
Yeah.
Well, I know Warren Buffett, but the fact is, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to solve a problem, and I know it's. I look at it differently. I don't analyze how many times I would take it out. I look at it as just the price point itself. Is that worth it? And I say no. I don't look at it like I'm not going to count the number of times.
Oscar just passed me
carry
a
the
note.
3, carry the 4. Yes.
Oscar just passed me a note that if you can figure out how to use that dinghy that you have, your speaking fee will go up 600%.
Yeah, you see, you look at bravery like that, and you look at somebody who gets on there and then probably took all the ridicule, took all the tabloid stuff, and then I'm sitting there going, you can't get in my dinghy. But I want to be the man. I want to be the guy that's like, yeah, hi, Kathy, I'm the nautical person. I'm the nautical one in the family, but I'm really not. I've been faking it my whole life.
Sure.
I didn't pay attention to the details when my cousins were all learning all the knots and all the ropes and what to do and how to sail a giant ship across the sea. They go from the coast of this country out to Bermuda in the open ocean. I don't do any of that. I'm a wimp. I don't like to go.
When cousin Billy said to you, "You've been counting money all your life. Here,
that's
time
it.
to get shoot
That's
shack."
it. Yeah.
These are city hands, Mr. O'Mara.
Right.
They might as well have hands.
They might as well have those big, bushy sideburns and be sitting on the dock, lined up, shoulder to shoulder, and I'm rowing away, and they're looking at me going, "Farewell and adieu, you fair Spanish lady."
That's what you say. It's been a while since I've had to pass basic seamanship. But
It
here,
sucks.
Worst case scenario, you fall in and you swim to the dock. Right? There's a little swim ladder.
Not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario would be death. Always death.
Yeah, but how would
It
he
is
die?
death. It is death. It is death if you twist the wrong way, hit your head, that type of thing. It is death. But no, that
Break
is
your neck, Mike,
highly implausible.
Mike, people are breaking their necks in Maine all the time now.
Well, it's happened. It's happened down in Kennebunkport. It's happened down there. Might want to go down and visit the man. I might. And by the way, when you're that elderly, the fall is kind of the first thing. It's kind of like dominoes. I hate to. I don't want to be doom and gloom. I mean, I know that the former president H.W. is stable right now, but that is one of the things. Old people, and I'm around old people. They fear the fall.
That's right.
Because the fall can say, yeah, you're stable, but then the recovery time and other complications and that type of thing.
Horrible.
So what is the late? I didn't even
infections.
with my dinghy anxiety and watching the Caitlyn Jenner speech. I didn't even pay much attention outside. Rob,
yes, sir.
I have a huge favor to ask.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be a deer and button that lower button?
Oh my goodness,
right
did it
there
open?
that's
Sorry about that.
You have two buttons actually that are unbuttoned.
Do I?
Yeah, there's another one right in the middle.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Did you see Flesh, Mike?
I saw a little belly.
Here's some flesh.
Hey, why are you mad at me?
I saw a little
General
belly.
principle.
All right.
How is the is it the 40
Bush 41? Yeah.
The 41st. How
More
is
like
the 41st
40
doing?
Wonderful. Am I right, ladies?
I'm a big fan. I've had the honor of meeting the 41st president of the United States, and I actually, when I was the first tee announcer for the President's Cup, I gave him my SS Cole Memorial ribbon that was on my lapel because the 41st president did not have one, and his attaché, his aide, came up to me and she said, would you mind letting the president have that? Can you believe? Have I told that story?
No. What a
that
jerk
happened to
move on his part.
It was not a jerk move. I was honored to do it.
Yes.
And guess what happened? Right after the ceremony was over, I got it back.
Wow.
And
Okay, well, that's
I
okay
still
then.
have it. I still have it. So that was we.
The president
way back,
likes your car. Would
yeah,
you
but
be okay giving him your car?
It was. I would have. It's the president. It's the president. And some of those Fox reporters could learn a thing or two about respecting the office. You know what I mean?
Like that Dick Major Garrett.
Oh, I saw that clip. I saw him.
He's featured in the vault today, but you know what? He's been a dick for a long time.
Major Garrett.
Yeah, not a military rank.
Wouldn't you really love it? I hate to make you edit during a 2 for a day, Tony, but wouldn't you like it if the president just like, Major, I understand you're making these points. You know something, Major? I'd take your questions for the White House press corps. Fuck you.
No.
That's what I really wish had happened. But anyway, I gave President Bush the little pin I had, and it was one of those many special moments I had when I was doing that. Also met and chatted with Ken Venturi almost every day of the tournament. It was one of the high points of my career. I really enjoyed doing that. It was a lot of fun.
The president, it was a minor injury, and they described it as on an outer disc or outer part of the neck.
He's absolutely
that
right.
oftentimes heals without incident. But the thing that troubles me the most
Yes.
is even with this broken neck, Mr. Bush, get a haircut. You don't look good when you let yourself go sloppy. I want to see him looking tidy. Come on,
but
man.
you know what? That's the thing. It's another thing about the, it's kind of, meh.
Well, yeah.
George, it's time for your haircut. Meh. They Look, I go to these
like he
places.
just rolled out of bed.
He does.
Yeah.
I know he can't walk, so he does roll.
No,
but
he
still.
walks. He just can't go great distances.
Yeah.
We're all going to get old, fellas. We're all going to get old,
Not
and
me.
that's kind of the old man thing. And
I'm
you know,
not
and
gonna
what
make it.
The cholesterol is going to get him.
what you're going to do, Rob, is you're going to have those little like strands of hair poking out of your head.
I'm going to
That's
have
the way
one long eyebrow that's sticking out about his foot now.
Oscar's going to be wearing 2 wide lapels with a giant ascot. And a
like
dyed
that look.
paper-thin mustache.
Like that.
That's it. Oscar will slowly but surely
Oscar is
turn
going to
into...
look like Cesar Romero at one of the Dean Martin roasts.
Hello there, Batman. I'm Cesar Romero. There you
I'll be
are.
doing magic tricks in my spare time.
Meanwhile, I'll be in some sort of robe tied in the back yelling at traffic.
Yeah, and Pony's going to be really, really fat. Anyway, that's it. We'll take a break. When we come back, there is new furniture at the Santana house, or at least so I'm told. And he's also got some sort of jackrabbit company or gadget or some stranger. I don't know. He's bringing criminals into his house. I don't know what's going on. We'll find out all about it when we take a break and come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello, friends. My name is Marcus Serta. Does your family not understand what a P1 is? Do your friends not get why your references are from 1932? Do your coworkers not get why you laugh hysterically from your cubicle? I do, and I can help. Join us every week on Omericast, where you're going to meet others like you who love more broadcasting. You are one of us. Omericast, where we understand you.
Thank you, Marcus. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Had to just
sincere.
digest that one. I had to actually digest what he was saying. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Want to welcome back one of our favorite sponsors, BlueApron.com.
Oh, yeah.
We love BlueApron.com because Blue Apron allows you to be the star in your kitchen. The last thing you want to do after work is go to the grocery store. I hate the grocery stores. I would rather do anything than go there. But I like cooking elaborate dinners. And, right now I'm kind of curious about curry, and they do that at Blue Apron. Blue Apron is healthier than takeout, is cheaper than takeout, and you can prepare it in your own kitchen. They deliver the fresh ingredients and step-by-step recipes right to your door. Here's what I love most about Blue Apron. They make it's. I don't want to call it exotic food, but I want to call it gourmet food.
I agree.
And the gourmet food that Blue Apron provides for you is also very, very affordable. So you got that going for you. And when you put out this fabulous homemade dish, which is really what it is, all of your ingredients have been sourced for you, and all the work has been done as far as recipes. You just have to throw it all together, and it's fantastic. Blue Apron even offers kid-friendly family plans so the whole family can cook and eat together. How about this? Veracruz-style fish with epazote.
Do you know what epazote is?
I do not.
That's one of the great things about Blue Apron. You'll learn about new stuff. It's an herbal, leafy vegetable. It has a taste almost like a citrus mint, and you put that with that Mexican-style fish. You're in for a treat. That's good stuff.
Well, the freshness of the ingredients will blow you away. It's Blue Apron. They send it right to your door. There is no work for you. It's a better way to cook. Check out this week's menu and get your first 2 meals free by going to blueapron.com/TMOS. Our treat, really, the first 2 meals are on us when you go to blueapron.com/TMOS and then get ready to be a star in your own kitchen because it'll be fantastic. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Oscar Santana spotlighted yesterday on yesterday's show. And for those of you that might be curious about this type of thing, it got a little interesting in the beginning of the show, and some things were said and feelings were hurt. But I'm here to say that Mrs. O'Mara and Mr. Santana, kissed and made up after the show, and everything is
Was it a lingering
hunky-dory.
kiss?
No. Hey.
How dare you?
Hey.
Just a silly joke.
No, it went fine. But I know, it's just another day at the ranch as far as I'm concerned. That's the way I look at it. And, Mrs. O'Mara will no longer have any business dealings with me whatsoever on this show.
Oh, dear. Strictly emotional?
Got to make some rules, Got to put some rules, got to implement some rules. And be honest with you, she's downstairs now, and she's in a closet with a dock liner wrapped around it.
That'll be good.
No, it's a baby gate, Mike.
Yeah,
You've
it's
got
the baby gate. She kicked through that. So I actually been practicing my knots for dinghy usage, and I tied her up in a closet.
That'll be
so
nice. I hope you use soft rope.
So you talked yesterday a bit about some company you're using to
this is
do
the
what?
deal. My girl has been wanting new furniture for our bedroom, a bedroom set for some time now, right?
Okay.
So she's been saving up for whatever furniture she's wanted because that's something that I don't necessarily think we need, but if she wants to change it, that's really on her.
So your apartment is roughly the size of a textbook opened up. Do you have a queen size or a king size bed?
I'm going to have a king size bed.
Okay, so you'll have to do a lot of walking on the bed.
Basically. And the furniture I currently have now, I've had for, I want to say, 7 years.
Okay.
And
Has Shannon been going out and testing mattresses?
No, I don't think she's done that.
Okay,
but I'll say this, that she went out and found furniture that was really, because there's city furniture and there's like single family home furniture. Because
and there's
city
things
furniture,
called apartment furniture
yes,
too,
so,
right?
Yeah, exactly. So the furniture I had was single family home furniture, so it was bigger. It was bigger than it should be for the space.
I'm with
exactly. I know what you're talking about.
So for years, for the last 3 years, she said we should get new furniture. I said, look, that's not something we necessarily need and want, right? But I would
wait until his speaking fee goes up.
I would
then you
say-
get furniture.
Let me check the analytics and see how many times your ass is going to be in that chair, and then maybe we can get you a chair. That's the
well,
way
it didn't make the furniture. It's beautiful furniture. You just
I know
can't go wrong.
you have a sectional.
No, this is bedroom furniture.
Okay.
So
did you get it on Amazon?
No, when I initially bought it, we weren't even doing Amazon. We weren't doing the podcast.
Oh, the furniture you had.
Yeah, this is the current
the new furniture.
The current furniture we have, I don't know where she got it, to be honest with you. It's not my business. She's paying for it. I'm okay.
All right.
So
well, you're letting us down again.
I'm sorry.
She bought it at a place Mike called Yoga Tables.
I said to her, I said, look, I'm not dealing. I'm going to do a couple things. I asked. I said, this is great furniture. We should probably, if we wanted to, we'd probably sell it for a good amount of money. Someone would come pick it up because it's in great condition.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
riddled with your seed.
Then I said, well, no, because you've got a nice bed frame and you've got a dresser and you've got 2 end tables and it's all matching. It's great.
Okay, so is it a bed frame or a headboard?
It's a headboard and a frame.
So it has a headboard, a footboard, rails, and slats.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a step up.
Solid furniture.
Okay.
Right?
Are you familiar with a podcaster by the name of
Yes.
Oscar? Well, come over here with a petri dish.
So then I offered it to a friend for free, and he didn't want it. And then I said, well, I guess my parents have a guest bedroom that holds older furniture in it. Maybe I'll move it there.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you offer furniture to, I am picturing those guys that come to the Big O and Duke show in Manassas and sit in that
Bingo.
room.
One of our
Horde, Mike.
one of our
One
guys.
of the horde,
Yes.
the horde, the
Yes,
horde. One of the
yes.
horde. Did you offer it to
I offered one of the horde members. I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy
There's
said,
no room for that in my box.
I have to say that I love the horde though. They make me feel so special when I go on that show. And those guys, but that's when he says I offered it to somebody for free, that would be the horde.
Yeah,
I can see
exactly.
you.
I said this
interacting
guy
with the horde
probably
that
needs
way.
the furniture, and then and he could use it, maybe something new. He's been super kind to me. And I know he has a big truck, so if you've got a big truck, you can probably take it away as well, right?
There you go, perfect.
And I said, I offered to him. He's we don't need it. Like we're good to go. I said no problem. Then I call Rob Ford, and I say, Rob Ford, I know you work for a moving company on your off time. I'm gonna pay you to move it to my mom's because they could use it in one of their guest bedrooms, right? And,
and by the way,
Yes.
I picture your mother's house. There, more stuff going to your mother. Is there some sort of warehouse located in back of her domicile?
I hate to go old timey, but do you remember what the living room looked like in Sanford and Son?
Yeah,
There was just
absolutely.
furniture and things everywhere.
Piled.
There'd be
Piles of
beds
that.
and dressers
I
and
absolutely
printers.
wish that was the case. But if something's good enough there, then we can always. I know that when my sister moved to Los Angeles, a lot of her furniture came to my mom's, and my mom just swapped out her furniture because it was nice furniture.
And what
Okay,
happened to
moved
the
Los
old furniture?
Angeles.
She just disposed of it?
She just gave it away to Goodwill.
I see. Very
Yeah.
good.
Okay, very good.
That's
So
what happened.
it's the, what we will call your mom's house in many cases is the clearinghouse.
The clearinghouse, yes.
That's-
She will
that's what
take new things and give away her old things.
So did Rofo go for it?
So
or
Rofo
what?
said
Rofo,
that he couldn't secure the truck, so it was a no-go. So I said, okay, that's not going to happen.
Rofo, you failed.
And
I did.
then I don't know if did your other boss say you couldn't use the truck to move furniture? Or?
It was a really busy week. The trucks were actually full of stuff we had to deliver.
Gotcha.
Later that
So no
week.
big deal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the truck is full of hookers right now. It's chock-a-block with hookers.
Mike,
It's like you were there. It's
the,
like you were there.
the thing that's so surprising, the trucks were full of furniture that Mrs. Santana was sending to Goodwill.
So then
all part of the cycle.
I said, I guess I tried my best. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to have this furniture given to Goodwill. So I call Goodwill and I say, I got a bedroom set for you. Come on and pick it up. And we get.
Do they do that?
Well, apparently I was told they did. Right. So I get an okay email back, confirmation, a date, and then I get a follow-up call that says, hey, we have the right to refuse the pickup if we get there and we deem that we don't need what we need for our Goodwill.
Okay, I have to stop you there because I have lived this.
Yes.
And, you're sitting there and it's perfectly good furniture. You really
I'll
do.
show Rob right now. He's a good
But
furniture
the
guy.
thing about it, everybody has that rude awakening where you're like, hey, I'm giving them away something that I consider to be valuable. I'm not going to use it anymore. And then you get that kind of response, and you're kind of like, okay. We all think beggars can't be choosers.
Yes.
Mike, what it is?
Yes, they can.
When you face the music and you realize you literally can't give it away, and
Right.
it's a bad feeling.
Yeah, well, and it's also the strange part. I said, so you have the right to refuse,
Absolutely.
but I mean, what's the point of me even having you over? Like, that's the timetable.
There
You're
might
wasting
be
my
coffee.
time.
Yeah.
They're going to come over, look at your stuff, and they're going to go,
Yeah.
Well, no, this isn't my kind of thing. No, we're not going to take it.
Decent
Sorry.
furniture.
It's very nice. It's modern.
Yes.
It looks like it's cherry.
Yeah.
Maybe an Asian influence on the design.
Maybe an Asian influence. Maybe, right?
Yeah. It would
Does
be
it look
nice-
like maybe Don Draper got a happy ending on it or something
No,
like
it
that? or
doesn't.
what?
I can't see any stains of any sort. Although
Okay,
I
great.
can see in
you
the
don't have to
mirror-
mention stains, Rob. When I do the Don Draper joke, don't mention a stain. For God's sakes, you got to make it so gross and literal. Jesus
I can
Christ,
see in
help
the
me.
mirror. Oscar, you really should have been wearing pants when you took the pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Appreciate
Uh,
that.
it's a
So did they
shame.
come over? Do you let them come over?
No. So I said, you know what? No, thank you. We're good to go.
And by the way, based on that, they would snap it up in a
Right,
second.
it's great, and I'm meticulous with this stuff. You know
It
how I am
looks
in the
beautiful.
studio.
It's
I
very
take
nice.
care of everything.
Classic.
So I said, all right, well, I don't want them showing up and then not taking it, and then I'm boned and I have another set of furniture coming to the
Hey,
house.
more like bad will. Am I right, ladies?
Right.
So
Well, boning actually is probably
I
part of
said-
the problem. I would think.
I said, Shannon, I was like, do you have anybody that might want this furniture? Because I'd hate to see it just go to some place that's not going to. I want somebody that's going to appreciate it, right?
Right.
Is that a temporary tattoo stain?
So
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
she says she was one of my yoga volunteers definitely wants the furniture, and I said, oh man, I was like, that sounds good. Why not? I said, this is only
I am
crux.
needing a nightstand.
I don't understand. Why are there tissue papers wedged in between the cushion and the outside of the frame? This does not make sense to me.
So many socks tucked in between the box spring and the mattress.
This is when we get in trouble when you and I are both interrupting at the same time.
So
this
I
is when we get in
say-
a lot of trouble with
I
our
say,
listeners.
that's
Rob.
cool, but do me a favor. Don't turn this into my job, because I know your yoga instructors,
Right.
God bless them, they're probably stronger than I am, 10 times stronger, but if the person that shows up is small and meek, I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to carry that furniture with them, right?
I will transport this sofa bed down your stairs on my feet.
It's like you were there, Mike. So the young lady shows up, very pretty. She shows up and says, Shannon, she said, I could stop by, and she comes and looks at the furniture. She goes, oh, I absolutely want this. Like, how much do you want for this? Like, no, didn't Shannon tell you it's for free? She goes, I thought she was just kidding. I said, it's absolutely free, right? She was willing
Excuse
to
me.
pay.
Would it be possible before we took it out of the living room that I could unscrew these chair legs with my knees?
So I said,
I
awesome.
can handle all of the heavy lifting after the ceremonial burning of the sage.
I said, where is your truck? where is your truck?
Oh,
and she
boy.
says, my truck's outside, but my task rabbit's on the way. And I said, excuse me.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, stop. That is where I wanted to go with this story. That's what I forgot. The task rabbit.
TR, Mike, the task rabbit.
So just to set the table for when we come back, we have now in your house a yoga instructor, correct?
Yes.
Before we go to break, can you just tell me perhaps the celebrity she most resembles?
I would say a hot Jennifer Love Hewitt when she was skinny. That's how pretty she was.
Mike,
Very pretty,
I have
very
got
pretty.
to leave the room
Very pretty.
right now.
That's
I almost
fantastic.
took a creepy picture of her from like the side just to send to Rob because it was so uncanny.
Oh God!
And I didn't want to I was like, I can't stare at this chick. I can't.
Did she have the JLH attributes? Just out of idle curiosity.
No, not
I'm an
really.
old
But the
perv.
face,
Okay.
the face, Mike.
It's okay with me.
Yeah.
I'll
Yes.
take. And meanwhile, the task rabbit is on the way. That's a good story. We're going to take a break. Come back with more. You are listening to the Mike O'Meta Show.
It started with the whisper.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. I got three.
Three?
I got three left. I have not been doing my job, but I will be doing it today. That is going to vistaprint.com to order. I have given away my 497th business card, ladies and gentlemen. 496th, right? That would be 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 7. I've given away 497 cards.
Exactly.
Gave away the last one, I think, one night ago, and I need them. And you cannot beat this deal. We've been talking about it for a long time. You want to make that impression. It's old school, but it works.
Oh,
and
it's
that's handing out
classy.
business
So
cards.
cool.
Vistaprint.com gives you 500 business cards for just $9.99, and all you have to do is enter that fabulous promo code TMOS at checkout. That's $9.99 for 500 business cards. This is the best deal out there. It is so easy to make great-looking cards. Even someone who is computer-challenged like moi can make fabulous cards, ladies and gentlemen. You got one there, Rob?
Yeah, this is from some guy, I don't know who he is. His name, Oscar Santana?
Yes. Did he make a new one?
He did for the free app company. I've never seen a card like this. Look at this. It is two-sided. He's obviously upgraded the stock.
The stock.
It feels
Look at
dynamite.
that, Mike.
And it almost
Right.
looks like it's a very cool, almost throwback looking
I got
card.
it from Vistaprint.
Beautiful.
That's
Used
awesome.
our code.
May
I
have
love
this?
Vistaprint,
Yes.
one of our
Thank you.
favorite sponsors. We've all made our cards there. If you want to go all out, upgrade to the signature stock like Oscar did, add a fancy finish or even raise print. Remember, 500 business cards on sale for $9.99. Never been a better time to professionally promote your business. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use the promo code TMOS to get this offer. Okay, when last we checked in at the home of Oscar Santana in the beautiful Washington, D.C.,
Yes.
there was a lovely yoga instructor
Yes.
who was claiming Oscar's furniture. This is somebody who worked with your lovely lady
she
Shannon, correct?
volunteers at my girlfriend's studio, right?
That's good. And she was going to get rid of the furniture, but she is waiting for the Easter Bunny. What's she waiting for?
Her task rabbit.
Now, question
Task
about
Rabbit.
Yes.
Task Rabbit. You asked her about her truck. Does she not have a truck, and that's why she had to get Task Rabbit?
No, she has a truck. She just doesn't have the second person
Mike is doing his own rabbit task.
to help.
My task rabbit is boning.
So
Hey, look at all the little task bunnies.
I asked her, I said, your task who? And she says, oh, the person that's helping me move, I got them off Task Rabbit. And I said, excuse me? So she goes, oh, you've never been in Task Rabbit before? I said, no. So I said, on my phone, I looked it up, and it's like the Uber for people. That's what it is.
Oh boy.
Because
But it's like getting a handy person.
on
right? Is that
demand,
the-
on demand help. Whether you need moving help, a handyman, a cleaning, a shopping,
Keep
delivery.
saying
Are you
parties
are
and
you reading
events.
that? Are you reading that
Yeah,
off of the
featured tasks.
website?
They can help organize your house, and they all have reviews, which is great. That said, I'm expecting a Rob Ford to show up as the Task Rabbit.
Right.
Because I'm like, all right, a burly man will show up that's move stuff, right? Let's
Big
do
man,
this.
bulky man, burly man.
Can I sign up for it?
You probably could. You get some side cash.
Doesn't look like a rabbit.
So the lady that shows up looks like maybe a cousin or a some sort of relative to the young lady that is already in my studio apartment. Basically, there's two identical looking people. One of them is the task rabbit. The other is the person that's picking up the furniture.
Right.
And I said, "You two."
Can we
are
hear? Don't we have tape? We actually have tape of the Task Rabbit, don't we? I believe we do. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
please.
Is it here? Let's listen. No, she's coming into Oscar's.
Yeah.
She's coming into Oscar's apartment right now. All right. Here's your task, Rabbit.
So she shows up.
Move that bed. Hey, buddy, move that bed.
She shows up, and this is where I have to like check my chauvinism and everything at the door.
As he does every day.
Because I said, you two are going to move this furniture? And she said yes. And then she introduces me to her task rabbit. They introduce
Does the
each
rabbit
other.
have a name?
I couldn't tell you if I don't even remember.
When you call
Who
it
was
a
the
task
celebrity
rabbit.
she most resembled? Well,
This young lady-
let's listen to her.
Super hotels and count up their money all day.
Thank you. All right. Sorry.
She was pretty. She had really big front teeth.
This lady wasn't bad on the eyes. She was Latin.
Okay.
And she spoke English just fine. And
El Rabbit.
And no accent whatsoever.
Yes.
She apparently I found out that she's a student at American University and she's just working for the summer. Yeah, there you go, right?
Hey, my alma mater.
Yes.
But unexpected being Latin and going to American University.
So I said, all right. And the one thing I kept telling Shannon, I said, I don't want to have to lift things. If we're giving it away, I don't want to have to move the furniture I'm giving away.
Shouldn't have to.
I'm with you.
Shouldn't have to,
I'm with
right?
you. If
That's the
somebody's
one
getting
thing
it, if somebody's getting your
I
stuff.
don't want to deal. But I've got Jennifer Love Hewitt's sister standing in front of me, and I've got this cute Latin chick, and they both.
Oh
look,
wait, so she had a sister too, huh?
No. I've got. That's who I'm saying is.
I
Shannon's
thought.
friend.
See, I
Yes,
was getting
yes.
all excited about the JLH.
It's
Still only one
okay.
person.
It's okay.
Man can dream, can he? I'm sorry about that. All right.
I've got two women that don't look like they should be lifting anything.
Yes.
In front of me, and they've got all this furniture. So
you're looking at a dresser, a mirror,
two side tables,
nightstands,
and
then the bed needs to be disassembled.
Yes,
and do they get the mattress?
They get
too?
the mattress and the box spring.
Oh, there's nothing.
They get
Mike,
everything, right?
Mike, I'll tell you this: as a guy who moved furniture for quite some time, nothing greater than picking up and moving a used mattress.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
This one's only 6 months old. So
Still and all.
probably not.
Still plenty of gribblies you can get in that 6 months. That's for sure.
I said,
Can't seem to get a grip.
I said, what the F do I do? Do I pretend I have a work emergency and leave so I don't have to awkwardly sit here and watch them carry out all the stuff?
You already feel you're going to get roped in.
Do I start saying, hey, do you have a third coming? Is there another rabbit that's showing up? Or is it this is
They
it?
do
right?
multiply.
And I said, okay. I was like, I'm going to try. I looked at them both and I said, I'm going to help you as long as I can. I was like, but I have something I got to get done at the studio, right?
See, what you should have done is this. Your play was this.
Yes.
You should have said, it's very easy to move those things if you take the drawers out. See you later.
So what I didn't account for is that this little Latin chick had the strength of 10 men. And I completely was blown away by the way that she picked up the dresser, and the other young lady didn't have a lot of strength, but she was I guess I would say as Rob would say about his kids, like strong.
Are you
right?
still sticking to your guns? Are you still sticking to your guns and not lifting a finger?
I was sticking to my guns until I heard them getting stuck in the hallway with one of the box springs.
Oh,
so
and
I said,
you've seen this before.
I
You've
said,
seen
at this
before,
point now, either you're going to damage the walls, and I'm going to have to pay for that in the long run, or I got to help you. So what I ended up doing was this.
Did they give you any looks during this whole thing? Did they ever just sort of eyeball you a little bit and say, hey, Mr. Man,
The
excuse
doe
me,
eyes?
you could...
Yes.
Yeah, the doe eyes.
Or
Okay.
bedroom eyes.
But I picked up the phone, pretending I was on a call for the first round of moving, because I said, I got to get out of this. This is getting awkward.
Exit strategy.
Yeah, so I just picked up the phone, and then I said, hello? Mr. Obama? Yes, at Iran deal. Looks like they're not going to get the bomb. Yeah, so I pretended to talk, and so they got the night table out. But once they went to the actual mattress and they went to the box spring, I got rope-a-doped. And for the next 3 hours, I was helping these broads move everything to the truck. And you know why? Because I couldn't man up and just walk out.
That's what you need to do.
You know what you became? I think it's pretty official. In this particular circumstance, you became the task rooster.
What a day for tramping through the woods.
Here comes Oscar. I'll help you, ladies.
I'm a chicken. Rooster, that is.
Okay, sorry about that.
So,
Terribly sorry.
my girl gets home from work, and she said, how'd it go? I said,
it didn't go too good. Bad, that is.
I said, did you know that your girl was going to show up with a rabbit, and they were both going to be 5 feet tall, and they were going to move all this furniture? I was like, what did I say about this entire process? I said, I don't want to move a thing if we're just going to give it away.
Question.
Yes.
Why did you allow her, when you already told her you didn't want it to be your job, to not be in the apartment when the rabbit and Jennifer showed up?
So that was my point.
Right.
Rabbit.
One of the teachers called in sick, so she had to leave and teach a couple classes that evening.
Convenient.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So for 3 hours, it was just talking to these chicks, explaining them how to move things. But the little Latin chick that's on TaskRabbit, she's got great reviews. I found her profile.
Was the little Latin chick? Yeah, did we cry? I was looking too much for the Bugs Bunny clips here. Was the little Latin chick? Was she?
She was
easy on
super
the eye
pretty.
as well?
She had like the long tube socks on. She dressed for the part. Like she looked like she was about to power lift.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she was ready to
She was
do
ready.
work.
She was ready to do work.
See,
Yeah.
that turns me on a little bit. Just seeing you got not only are they attractive, but they're ready to work.
Where is
My
the
God,
dresser? Show me the dresser.
Every man's dream come true.
Yeah.
So, would you recommend TaskRabbit? Would you
Yeah,
recommend
I
it?
would. But I would say this: if you're getting free furniture, get 2 TaskRabbits,
Yeah,
not one.
multiple.
If you're the one that's gonna namaste their way through the process.
Now you've looked into TaskRabbit. How much does it cost to get yourself a
It
bunny?
depends. Depends on the task.
I see.
And you can offer it for as many dollars as you wish. So if you say I'm willing to pay $30, someone can pick that job up if they want to. If you want to say I'm willing to pay $50, they can pick that up as well.
Wow.
All right. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you got the stuff out of there.
Yes.
I'm glad you felt like a Ming. That's important. I had my emasculating moment yesterday when I went to Bangor with Mrs. O'Mara and came back, and I've wanted to go to this Army surplus store for a long time, just because why do you laugh at an Army surplus store?
It's
why do you
not
laugh
so
at
much that it's an Army surplus store. It's you perhaps going to an Army surplus store because you're not. You know what? That is a square peg round hole situation.
Well, it is. And I'll tell you something. What I didn't realize, I've seen this for years, and I've wanted to drop in. But what I didn't see until I pulled in the parking lot, that this is, hi, I'm here.
I just wanted to drop in and say, do you have any K rations? Because I was just in the neighborhood.
Well, look at those ammo cases. But anyway, I pull in, and I realize I see a guy walking across the parking lot, and he's got those headphones, the ear blockers, the thing, which tells me, and I look up, sure enough,
deadening things, yeah, like
it's
ear
a
protection.
shooting range. It's an indoor shooting range.
That's awesome. They have it right there at the store.
They have it at the Army surplus store.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And as Rob mentioned, the round square peg, round hole thing immediately descends upon me. But I'm like, okay, I'm afeared. I am afeared. And I go in anyway because, those boots I like so bad that I got those actual Army boots that I wear to ride my bike. They're the best boots I've ever owned. And I like that. And so I realized, there might be some plain drab T-shirts like the producer.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
you like to have the boots. You're not wearing the boots that day, are you?
No, I would never do that, Mr. Man.
Won't you
That says
please-
you're being a poser. Stolen valor is not my bag, Mr. Man.
Won't you please describe the outfit that you wore into the Army surplus store?
I was wearing a sensible dress with polka dots and a tube top
Of
and
course.
just a white button down.
Of course.
No, anyway, so I walk in there and it weirds me out because the first thing you see is a row of hats. And they're your Marine Corps, United States veteran. I'm starting to feel my little weenie get smaller and smaller as I'm walking along.
Do you know the brand of boot that you like? That you
hold on a second.
I think it's called DOS.
DOS
boot.
DOS boot.
No, it's
made
not.
of glass.
Right now, I'll get it for you. Hold on.
You got to watch out for D-bubble.
Oh,
there are advantages to doing a show from your own bedroom.
and Mike steps away.
Yes.
So I don't think he was probably wearing a sundress, but if he was in like a standard Mike and
Flip-flops.
Maine outfit, he was wearing a
Crocs.
a toeless shoe.
Crocs.
You had to be wearing shorts and maybe a T-shirt of some sort.
Yeah, some sort of T-shirt.
And he comes sashaying in. I'm sure when he saw the hats, that was the first thing he saw. But I'm guessing the employees had him sized up pretty
Right
damn
away.
quick. Did the employees size you? Did the
wear
employees
these-
size you up, Mike?
Well, I'll get to that in a second, but I wear these almost every single day, and these are incredible military issue boots. Would you like to see one of them? I only got
Yes.
one of them out of the closet. Okay, there it is.
No.
Nice.
What is that? A sensible 3 inch heel?
There it is. There it is. Thank you, Rofo. That one was for you,
Solid.
pal. That was a big laugh. I like that. Thank you.
Mike, that's not your size. I know. That's some sort
Sexy
of
heel.
joke. There's your boot.
Oh, nice.
Very good with the
What is
zipper up
that?
the side.
Rocky
That's
military.
Look at that
boots.
shred.
Yeah. Oh, I see the brand. It's Sketcher.
It says Rothko.
Rothko.
Oh my God, this is not right.
What?
Where do you think it's made?
China?
Oh God, yes.
Oh my! I'm sorry. Let me say it like the presidential candidate would say it. China.
China. That's the problem. These boots are going to the American military, and they're designed to fall apart when you're out on the battlefield. That's the problem, because they're made in China.
That boot is made by the Chinese.
That sucks. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I normally don't get. Don't you think our military boots should be made by military people?
Well, not military people. They
more.
should be made by shoemakerers. Like in Pinocchio, I think.
Best price.
Cobblers.
Yeah, cobblers,
it says,
please.
Deployment boot specs: leather suede upper, oil
I
resistance.
found them here on Amazon.com. Weird.
And how much are they on Amazon? Just out of curiosity.
$67.99.
See, and that's why in the place yesterday, they were selling these for over $100.
Wow!
And I knew, and yes, over $100.
Oh no, that's quite the markup.
The password is rip off. But I got a pair, so I wasn't in there looking. I was just poking around. Didn't buy anything.
Did the price tag say $100, or did they look you up and down and say, "We got your boots, $100"?
There was nobody around.
The guy, there's no price tag. He writes it down with a pen.
I was just about to price those. $290.
This is a warehouse. This is a big joint, and so there was not. I was on my own, and I was just looking, and I was poking around, and at the very back of the store where the range was the gun counter, and I did something that I regretted almost instantaneously.
Yes.
I felt like such an uber candy ass. It just seems to be my lot in life up here. I'm just a Nancy lad. I just walk up, and I don't know
to be
what
fair,
compelled me.
A fancy lad or a Nancy boy?
A Nancy boy fancy lad is what
Okay.
I don't walk up and go, "Hi, what school do you go to?" I walk up to the guys at the gun counter, and there's one guy standing at the counter and another guy, that retail guy that just kind of hangs out. He's just listening to our conversation. So I was at a distinct disadvantage to start with, because I was not even serious about this. I was just curious. I love to gain knowledge. And I said to the guy,
I'm on a fact-finding mission.
I asked him, I said, just out of curiosity, what kind of gun would you use to kill crows?
That's a good question.
I thought it was, Oscar. I
That's
thought
a
it
good
was
question.
until it came out of my mouth, and it went to his ears, and I realized at that moment that I was the a-hole. And he looks at me and he says, "Crows." Yeah. And he says, "Ed, you know any gun that you could use to kill crows?"
Oh, no.
And he looks at me, and this guy that seriously looks like Jason Statham looks at me and directly, and he goes, "What you want to kill crows for?" And suddenly I am feeling my balls go into my stomach.
That's when you
I'm
do the
suddenly
backpedal.
I'm going, well, I was just thinking, sir, that they annoyed me when I was at my summer home. I was very when I was making pancakes, they were very loud outside the window when I was making my children blueberry pancakes. And so it ended with the one guy looked at the other and said, "I'd probably use a pellet gun. You don't want to use anything too big." Yeah. And the other guy stops, looks me back in the eye, and he goes, "Pellet gun." And I'm like, I said, okay. I'll be right back. I gotta get my money.
I'm going to buy a pellet gun as soon as I pay.
I'd love to use a word right now that I can't use, but it was
Chinese
written all over
boots.
their places. Used to begin with an F. We can't use it on the show anymore, but I'll tell you. It's just like, "Have a nice day, Nancy boy." And it was very, very embarrassing. I had no intention. I was going to go, "Give me that shotgun so I can go blow the crows away." That's what I want right
Do you
there.
have any? You should have said, "Do you have any crow-killing dynamite?"
Some rock salt here.
Do you have the pellet guns here? No, we only sell real guns, sir. Oh, fantastic. Well, you have any peeps? That's what I should have said to him. I'm never going back to that store I was to. And it's just like Albert Brooks when he's leaving the car dealership. Those guys were like, "What was that? Who was that elderly fat guy that was asking about killing crows?" It was ridiculous. We will take a break and come back with news you may not need. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Hello, ladies.
Here on the Rob and Joe Show, we try to live up to all the famous duos of entertainment history.
Like Hall & Oates,
Sonny and Cher,
Sanford and Son,
Ben and Jerry,
Don and Mike,
and of course our favorite, Serta and Mermelstein. Just rolls off the tongue. Rob and Joe Show, new episodes every week. RobandJoeShow.com, iTunes, and on the TMOS app.
I love that promo right up until they say episodes. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's like a perfect promo. It's so smooth and relaxed, and then they didn't redo episodes.
Mike, that's their
my old
shtick.
radio
That's
school.
their shtick.
That's exactly right, Rob. Way to go. Way to cover it. All right, anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. For all of you that are out there thinking about buying or selling a house, we've been talking about HomeLight, a wonderful new sponsor on the Mike O'Mara Show. It is the best new way to find your perfect real estate agent, and they do it because they use statistics. That's how they do it. They use, what do you call it in that MBA program of yours? Analyticals?
Analytics.
Is that what? Analytics. That's what they use. HomeLight was founded by Stanford grads. It's backed by Google. HomeLight agents help you analyze home sales data and client reviews to find the best real estate agent for you based on actual past performance. You need to sell your house or buy a house with the best realtor, and they can do it for you. These agents are all top 5 producers, and they are, I say, 5% producers. They're all proven to sell faster and for up to a 9% higher selling price. They're experts in marketing and prepping your home for sale. Plus, they are honest, professional, and reliable, and you can find them at homelight.com. Visit homelight.com today. That's HOMELIGHT.com. You click the microphone in the right-hand corner and enter the promo code TMOS to contact your perfect agent through HomeLight's website. Or call 844-321-AGENT. That's 844-321-AGENT. And tell them that Mike sent you. HomeLight.com, the best way to find a real estate agent.
News.
Boo. Excuse me, Mr. Gunman. Is that music too loud? I'm just curious about that.
Sounds great. Sounds good.
Is it okay today?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any Twix candy bars?
What you'll need is a pellet gun.
A pellet gun to kill my crows. And everybody, by the way, has said a pellet gun. So, whatever. You got that. This is why you should name your baby whatever happens to be trendy at the moment. According to the baby name website, nameberry.com, the trendiest name...
You live there, don't you?
Oh, all the time.
First thing you check.
Just looking at the new names. The trendiest name for boys this year, you'll never get it. Do you think you know what it is?
I do. I think it's Pony Boy.
It's not Pony Boy.
Gotta be.
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor is not Taylor and Tyler and Todd. It's Atticus.
Boo.
Oh, because of the re-release of the book?
Because Atticus Finch and Kill a Mockingbird. Harper Lee announced earlier this year that she was finally putting out a sequel.
Yes.
But there's one big problem with the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird. With the sequel, Atticus Finch was not the good guy that he seemed in To Kill a Mockingbird. This book is called Go Set a Watchman, and Harper Lee made Atticus a big-time racist.
Yeah. It's everyone's
But
very
that
upset
doesn't
about
make
it.
sense because he was such a hero in To Kill a
We
Mockingbird.
all have a past, Mike.
Yeah, this is the prequel, and this is what Atticus was like back in the day before he saw the light.
We
right?
gotta
Is that
sell
what it is?
books, said Harper Lee. Let's sell books.
After Atticus, the rest of the 10 trendiest names for boys are as followed: Asher. Hey, man, Asher Ben Ruby. Remember that guy from DC 101?
Yeah, Adam Smasher's
Adam
kid.
Smasher, Asher Ben Ruby. Asher Ezra Silas Declan?
Declan, I think it is.
Declan.
Robert knows 2 of them in his school.
One of Dominic's sons is named Declan.
Really?
Yeah.
Declan, Wyatt, Oliver, Henry, Milo. Milo?
What? I have
Wow.
you know what? I have a cousin Oliver. He's 2. That's a name that's coming back.
And the last one here is Jude. Hey, Jude. The 10 trendiest girls' names are Charlotte, Amelia. We have an Amelia in the O'Mara family. Olivia, Isla, Ava, Violet, Cora, Eleanor, Lucy, and Penelope. Penelope. You don't hear Penelope very often.
They're all really old school sounding, right?
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Someone recently sold a few of Britney Spears' grocery lists on eBay. Where they got them, I do not know.
Wow.
They sold them for $60, and we have them here for you, ladies and gentlemen. The lists include some standards like milk, eggs, orange juice, cookies, blah, 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 mayo.
Cookies for Miss Spears.
Here's how it gets good, though. Here she is. Here she goes. Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That should be they're great
She's
cereals.
got
I'm not
kids.
going to slam
Yeah,
them.
but
She's
you know
got
what?
kids,
I think they lean real heavy on the cereal in that household. What's for dinner, Ma? Cereal.
Here's some of the stuff she also wanted. Tomatoes, and in parentheses it said big ones. Hey, how about those Britney Spears tomatoes? I can't believe it's not butter.
Maybe they got it from the TaskRabbit.
But Mike, to be fair, I can't believe it's not butter. Simply for the bedroom.
Wanna the TaskRabbit. Let's see. I can't believe it's not butter. That I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it
so
does.
Gross.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh God.
Ritz crackers. Now wait, SpaghettiOs are another kid thing, as Oscar said, so
Okay.
that's true. Ritz crackers, frozen pretzels, frozen meal pockets, baby ice cream, drumsticks, fat-free ice cream, and fat-free bacon, if that exists.
Yeah, it's called ham.
And here's my favorite list. This is the last one they found. Another list included Red Bull.
Yeah.
Red Bull, baby pizzas, cinnamon rolls, biscuits, and baby lighters.
Oh, the little ones.
Oh,
Little
no.
big lighters.
Yeah.
You know what? It would really be a testament to being white trash. Do you think at any time that the I can't believe it's not butter was served on the Ritz crackers?
All I know, the very last thing after the baby lighters, we had a last-minute addition was double icing Oreos, which she had on there.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go, Brittany. Thank
And
you
then
very much.
Off for a gooey frap, Mike.
Yes, there is. A group of men broke into Chris Brown's home early yesterday morning and ransacked it.
Ruh-roh.
He wasn't there,
New catchphrase.
but his aunt was, and the men forced her into a closet at gunpoint. Hope they weren't using pellet guns.
No. Those are good for crows.
They told her to stay there until they left. Initially, they wanted her to point out any stashes or safes, but she couldn't do that, maybe because she didn't know where they were. In all, there were 4 or 5 intruders, and they made off with electronics and cash. Police haven't made any arrests, but they're currently reviewing surveillance footage. There's no indication that the men knew it was Chris's home, but rumor has it Chris's mom thinks one of his no-good friends might have been behind the robbery.
Don't you hate a no good friend?
For the last couple of years, Lay's has been holding a contest where people send in weird ideas for potato chip flavors. Then they pick a few, and they actually manufacture them.
Sure.
They make them, and then they're available to you, the public. You can eat.
It's a dessert topping, you cow.
They just announced the 4 flavors that they will be making this year, and they're pretty tame, but I'll lay them on you
All
and
right.
see if you're interested. This year's picks for the new flavors of Lay's potato chips: Southern biscuits and gravy.
Okay, so it'll be like pepper and maybe sage flavored. Yeah.
Would you try those? I'd
Sure,
try those.
sure,
Absolutely.
yeah, sure.
Greek Town Gyro.
I don't know.
I don't mind the gyro flavor. I might give that a try.
What is that sauce called? Saki?
Tzatziki.
Tzatziki
It's like
sauce.
yogurt.
Yeah.
Here's
and
one.
dill.
I'm not a fan of this sandwich, but maybe you are. New York Reuben is another flavor.
I
Mike,
love Reubens.
Not only is it a great sandwich, it was a disc jockey name I used for some time.
New York Reuben.
That's right.
How are you? I'll be playing your requests at the top of the hour. Hello, you're on the New York Reuben show. Would you eat the New York Reuben? I would.
I would try it. Yeah,
I'd
because
try-
of a
I would
sauerkraut
try it.
flavor. Yeah.
And truffle fries. That truffle, I think,
No.
overrated.
I've had it before.
Truffles, I don't know. The 2013 picks were sriracha, cheesy garlic, and chicken and waffles. The 2014 picks: bacon, mac and cheese, wasabi ginger. Remember that one? Mango salsa and cappuccino. We do this
Oh,
every year.
you're missing my favorite one. I can't believe it's not butter.
And I like 2011s when they came out with that one.
What?
Simply ass. Very, very good. These chips taste like ass.
Yeah, please don't double dip with that.
It's official. There is nothing left to invent. I mean, that's the only explanation for how someone thought of this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Someone just created a cat accessory called Twinkle Tush.
Ooh.
Or Twinkle Tush. Or Twinkle Tush.
Tush if it
There.
has.
I
Yeah.
finally got the pronunciation of the behind of the cat. It is a jewel that covers up your cat's rectum.
I mean, it is unsightly.
Yes, it is, too. It's perfect for anyone who hates staring right into their cat's nasty place when it walks around with its tail up. Just buy the Twinkle Tush, or Tush, and you can see a little blue sparkle instead. The jewel has a cord attached that you slip around your cat's tail so the jewel dangles down.
Sure it does.
I'm at my job right now.
Yeah, you're doing it. This is the only thing on our radio show right now, Mike.
And when the cat actually needs to poop, the jewel will naturally hang just out of the way. How about that?
Oh, so it's not a plug.
Yeah.
It's not. No.
What
no.
is the
Rolf.
matter with him? Jesus, that's the one thing he says today?
It's not a plug. Thank you. It's official, and now you know. Okay, so it's not a butt plug. Sorry. A little something now, fellas. A 45-year-old woman named Pamela Downs was busted on Sunday for using counterfeit money in Kingsport, Tennessee. She tried to pay for something at a store using a $5 bill printed on 2 pieces of computer paper that were glued together and falling apart. Sounds like a bright woman. The cashier called the cops. They found another counterfeit bill in Pamela's purse. That one was a $100 bill, but the back of it was printed upside down, and the whole thing was in black and white. Good luck, Pamela. They also found a receipt from Walmart for a printer, and she admitted that she bought it to make counterfeit bills, but only because she thought it was legal now.
Now!
Apparently, Pamela is that friend who falls for every fake news story on Facebook. She said she read a story online that President Obama was letting people on a fixed income print their own money.
Wow. Yeah! Good idea. Thank you, Obama.
The good news is if she prints enough, she can buy a 3D printer and make all the chocolate pies she can eat. Very good. Thank you, Pamela. We'll take a break. Come back with the Magic Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
And Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
Hi, I'm Warren Beatty.
On this week's episode of the show, Warren Beatty, where did that come from?
Where do you think?
Oh, yes, there is a connection. Also, Rob Ford proves that you can suggest just about anything to him, and he'll do it. Be sure to subscribe to the Tony Perkins Show on iTunes.
The Tony Perkins Show.
But I'm coming home.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the host of the show, Mike O'Mara.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you, Rob. I wanted to grab this. Seriously, I wanted to grab my little remote, my little Sleep Number remote here, and because it's got some cool little features here for my bed position. I talk about Sleep Number beds all the time, and I always think it's important to share the little neat things they have with my little pedestal. It's a bed that goes up and down and lifts your feet up and down.
Cool.
And the cool thing, it's got custom bed positions on it. You can lie flat. It's got a snore feature on it, so if you're a snorer, it adjusts your bed just so you do not snore. It also has your own customized favorite positions, and it's got a thing called zero gravity that is absolutely incredible, where it lifts your feet up and your back up, and it's fantastic. So I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Neat.
They're very, very cool. Zero G is what it's called, and that's part of my Sleep Number bed. I talk about it all the time. My Sleep Number setting's an 85. Carla's is a 65. With Sleep IQ technology, you can make the adjustments to get the best possible sleep as well. The best thing about Sleep IQ, there's nothing to wear, nothing to turn on. Come in right now and discover the Sleep Number bed and Sleep IQ technology, and maybe get one of these things too to adjust the perfect setting for you. The Queen C2 mattress is only $1,099.99. My Sleep Number setting again is an 85. Carla's is a 65. You can know better sleep. Sleep Number beds and Sleep IQ technology are only available at the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. And don't forget to give them the high side, everybody, and tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. We would certainly appreciate that. And now, without further ado, he introduced me. I'll introduce him. Here's Rob Spiewak with the Magic Audio Vault, everybody.
We opened the show today talking about the ESPY Awards, and as inspirational as Caitlyn Jenner was, and if you have not seen that, I recommend you watch it. I thought Joel McHale did a funny job hosting. He's very, very able. And
fun guy.
Here are his opening jokes. I thought they were pretty dynamite.
Good evening and welcome to the 2015 ESPY Awards, everyone. It's great to be here at this gathering of future car dealership co-owners. Yes, you guys look great. You're all dressed up in the nice suits you usually wear to your depositions. That's great. UFC champion Ronda Rousey, who is here tonight. Ronda's knocked out more women than Bill Cosby.
Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I meant Dr. Bill Cosby.
So that was
not
sort
great
of
material.
Good
Tight
material,
Very
and it
good.
was tense, and that's sort of over the line, but nothing made me feel as uneasy as Alex Trebek singing again on Jeopardy. Alex, you're old. Stop singing.
She sang, now that it's raining more than ever, you can stand under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, Val?
It was Rihanna?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You know he likes doing it. You know he likes doing it. He wouldn't do it if he didn't like it. He's a dick. He wouldn't do it if he didn't like doing it.
All right, Mike.
He wouldn't. He's legendary
He's
being
a
a guy
legendary
that's not
dick. He is,
cooperative,
yeah.
so he does what he wants to do now.
Let's focus on seafood. Do you want to? There's a
I
video
love
that I
seafood.
actually put on our YouTube page. This fish, his head has been cut off, or hers. The head has been cut off. It has been totally gutted, but it's still flopping when they're trying to fillet it.
Oh.
And it's an odd thing, but I think that it's
nasty.
okay.
What are you playing this for? You trying to make me sick? That's
No,
nasty.
you're gonna like the way the people react to it because it's quite entertaining. This is the dead fish. It's still alive, I tell you.
He ain't got no guts. He ain't got no head.
Mike, he ain't got no guts. He ain't got no head.
He ain't got no guts. He ain't got no head. It's in the sink. And I am fighting him left and right to scale him.
There ain't no freaking way this is real.
Yeah?
This can't be real. He ain't got no guts. He ain't got no head. The hell? I don't believe that.
You have to use a towel. He's slippery.
Yeah, man, and the dog's barking at it because he ain't got no guts and ain't
Can
got
you
no head.
in the video? Can you identify the fish at all? Can you tell what kind of fish?
It's a. I think it's a bowhead. Is that a kind of fish? I think they said it was a
like an
bowhead.
eel or something.
No,
like
it's
that?
like a standard looking. It looked like a freshwater fish.
Did you say a bullhead?
Bowhead, I think is what they said.
Bowhead.
Bowhead. But you can check it out on the and Mike. It is. He ain't got no guts. He ain't
so
got no
gross.
head.
Nasty.
But here's a positive seafood story, Mike. Do you know who is a big fan of our show now? Kaz. Do you know Kaz? Kaz runs the crab stand.
Oh, Kaz listens to our show now?
Kaz found us because we played the tapes of him, and he's loving our show. And
Okay.
Mike, this week Kaz is out on Captain Bo's boat, and they're smoking rockfish, Mike. So here's the update. You know what? We don't get paid by these guys, but I love their ads, and I love the way they end because he just shuts the machine off. Here's Kaz from the crab stand.
Kaz out here at the crab stand. Look, I'm out on the Chesapeake today with Captain Bo and Mike on the Brawler 2 charters. We're getting ready to smoke some rockfish. But look, here's the good news, folks. Tammy Bittner, you're our 1,000th like on Facebook. Look, we're gonna give you something this weekend special. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but it's gonna be good. Crabs, shellfish, something. Hey guys, remember, share any of our page Thursday through Sunday. You're into the Sunday Fun Day giveaway. You get something for nothing just for helping us get the word out. And remember, if you're looking for the Eastern Shore's finest rock fishing, it's right here. Captain Bo and the Brawler 2. Give him a call, folks. Have a great day.
Chop. Now,
Give him a call, folks.
how does he know about us, Rob?
The people, when we started playing his tapes, they sent the link to him, and he sent me an email saying, "You guys are great. Thank
Okay,
you."
Captain. Is it Captain Kaz?
No, this is Kaz. Captain Bo runs the boat, but this is
Hey,
Kaz.
Kaz, I got news for you. If you really like us, put us on one of those commercials. I want to hear you talk about a little plug for the Mike O'Mara show.
That
When
would
you're
be
talking
great.
about your
We'd love that.
jumbos and your medium-sized crabs.
Woo.
Mention TMOS.
We
Thank
are
you very much.
smoking rockfish here with the Mike O'Mara show. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
great.
what I want. I want to see if that happens. I'm
All
very
right, do
excited
it, Kaz.
about that.
I don't normally give credit to the Fallon people, but I think Jimmy Fallon's staff did something pretty amazing last night. They found a whole bunch of Scott Walker speeches where he tells a story about Coles. You want to talk about a guy who rehearses and practices his story. They multi-tracked him from different speeches, and listen how well they got it to match up.
I went to Kohl's department stores near our house, and I bought something at the price it was marked at. So now I know over the years that if I'm going to go buy a shirt, it was $29.99. I go to the
Hold it.
rack
Stop
that
for a
says-
second, because I want to get the mental. So are they splitting the
Split
screen?
screen.
So they're showing all the different times.
speeches, same delivery, same verbiage.
$19.99. I remember to get the flyer out that we got mailed at our house.
Or
It
you
gets
get
15 or 20,
or if you're
man,
really
lucky, 30% off. Tonette usually is with, and she'll reach into her purse and pull out some of that Kohl's cash. And next thing you know, they're paying me to buy the shirt.
So damning, isn't it?
This is the clown college. This is just nonstop every
It's a
day with
machine.
these guys. Amazing.
And while we're talking presidential candidates, bad news again for Donald Trump.
After severing ties with Donald Trump, NBC is reportedly in talks with comedian George Lopez to take over The Celebrity Apprentice. So Trump's greatest nightmare came true. A Hispanic guy took his job.
Give me a break. That is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
That's it. Got to get out of here. Another Mike O'Mara Show coming on. Be sure to join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you want to correspond with us, send anything you want to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177. And to get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag, it's Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. I want to remind everybody the audiobook drops tomorrow.
Yes.
Make sure you go to MikeO'MaraShow.com or to iTunes to buy our audiobook. Open Mike, the audiobook, coming to stores tomorrow, and we want you to get it. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.